Hi guys, I wanted to jump on here and have a wee chat about how you should work with your stud dogs. It might be puppies or it might be your own clinic or whatever it is, but I want to predominantly talk about stud work, okay? And the biggest thing I see is that we are going through a process. Well, it's not even a process, it's just what comes out of your head or you're answering the questions on the table from a potential client who is thinking about using your stud dog, and the first thing you do is give the price. That's probably one of the last things you should give. What you need to do is when people contact you for a stud, the number one thing is to get their contact details, their name, their email, where they're from. You're already going to get their telephone number because the likelihood is they've called you, or if they're going through a platform like Instagram or Facebook or anything like that, get their telephone number. That's a lead, okay? Put that on the back burner. You can use that for other marketing purposes. Now, what you want to do is create value. That is number one. When you can create value, then you're going to outmarket, outsmart, and outplay all the other dog breeders. You want to showcase your stud. How do we do that? You can jump on a live video. You can show them pictures. Also, you want to show them the pedigree. You want to go down through and have an exact process in showing them the product and the back end of the product, what that pedigree looks like. Something that I'm huge on is being very transparent. So what's going to happen when you come with me? And don't talk like if you come with me, when you come with us, this is exactly what you're going to get. You're going to get a contract. You're going to get payment options. You're going to get exactly the timing of the mating. We're going to do all your own reproduction. That's all included in the stud. Those things are value. But I'm going to give you the biggest tip of all, that it's a close. It's a 99.9% close. If somebody comes to me wanting to use one of my Dachshund studs, one of my French Bulldog studs, I won't ever mate with a female that's not of good quality. I just don't do it. I've never done it despite the amount of money I could have made. I just don't do it. So here's a tip. If somebody comes to you and is thinking or talking or interested in using your stud dog, always go with the best females. They will make up for all the other ones you turn down. And you might think, well, I've put a lot of money in. I can't really afford to turn down work. You will fivefold your business when you stop mating your boy with poor females. Now, here's my thinking behind that. When you use a very structured, well put together, quality female, pending that your male is quite good, they will have good, nice, beautiful puppies. And obviously you want to work with a good breeder as well. But let's put all those in line. What in turn happens, as long as you've got a good reputation, you're able to show a viable feedback base. You're able to show that you're ethical and professional. Yes, you've collected 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever it may be for a stud. But if you can guarantee that you can sell those pups, that is more income. And by having contracts in places, I can say, look, here's a contract. If you come with us, you're going to pay us 2,000 for the stud. The great thing is, if you have 5 puppies, I will sell them all at 2,000. But at 2,000, I want 500 per puppy. If you have 10 puppies, I will sell them all at, let's pretend, 3,000. That's $30,000, pounds, euros, whatever it may be. But I'm going to take an average of 500 per puppy. To be honest, me personally, I take usually between 800 to 1,200. But again, I'm transparent. Going back to being transparent, this is all in the contract. Now, to save yourself any type of legality or anything like that in the contract, which we give to the breeders we mentor, we say things like there will be $3,000 withheld until a 3-month basis, just in case a puppy gets sick or something where they fall back on you. In regards to the puppy, you're protecting yourself then, okay? But this is why I always make sure I get really high-end clients with good dogs, because they're the type of people who aren't going to try and do something that's not legit or harm your business. I do this for a lot of people. I'm a one-stop shop. When people come to me, they get the stud dog, they get all their reproduction work, they get all the support they need, and then evidently I sell their pups for them. So I've gone from getting £2,000 for a stud. My reproduction I include, to be honest, which is brilliant because they don't need to go to the vet, they don't need to worry about all those things. It's my reputation on the line, and they're like, listen, this guy's got the reputation, go with him. If you go on to Google, if you go on to my business page on Facebook, you'll see all these things that I have that back me up. The majority of you watching this won't have that. That is a hole in your business right now that you need to fix. I've gone from a £2,000 stud to maybe a £6,000, £7,000, £8,000 stud. Now, when you do that, you don't have to worry about getting so much work at studs. Do you understand? You don't have to get 10 studs. You only need to get one stud by a high-end client who has a quality female, and you're a one-stop shop. Because the majority of people, when they're breeding, they think themselves, oh, I'll get 1,000, the market's down. Okay, that's great. You can get 1,000, but if you go with me, I'll get you 1,500. But actually, I'm getting 2,000, but you're taking 1,500 and I'm taking 500. The pure transparency of the contract and the agreement beforehand will have all that laid out. Guys, that's a business. Right now, the majority you're shooting in the dark. Don't take us the wrong way. You're in the wrong places. You're in the wrong spaces. You're at dog shows in general. They're okay. The majority of people that go to dog shows are what? Breeders. Why are you going where there's breeders? You need to go with a high-end clients, or you need to find the high-end clients. You need to have a process and a funnel to get through to those guys. Guys, that's it. This is 7 minutes. This is the longest video I've done, but it is something that keeps coming up, and it's something that I see in a lot of our clients, a lot of the people who we mentor, on why they're struggling. Guys, my name's Paddy Farrell. If you're struggling, guys, there is always processes to get you where you want to be. Obviously, you need to have a fantastic product, but I know from being in your position, I used to be the guy who couldn't sell puppies. I used to be the guy that struggled for studs, and now I've done it. If you go on to my Facebook, if you go on to my Instagram, I have clients all over the world. I'm very lucky, but if you look at my clients, they're high end. Thank you.